Hey there, welcome back to my channel stream of Stoic. She looks at you, but only when she thinks you won't notice. She starts talking differently around you, laughs. A little looter touches her necklace when you're in ear. She asks about your day, your weekend, but never your relationship. She's always just a friend, always cool, always casual, but something in her eyes lingers, something in her energy shifts. The moment you enter the room, and here's the truth, 99% of men ever realize when a woman is secretly into you, she won't announce it, she won't confess it, she won't hand it to you on a silver platter. Instead, she bury, eye tender, perfectly polite, smiles, and rehearsed indifference. She hide it in body language. She swears you want a code. And she tests you not with words, but with silence. Because for a woman, admitting she wants you is vulnerable, risky, too much, too soon, could cost her everything. So instead of telling you, she shows you, but only if you know exactly where to look. Most guys miss it. They either overlook the signs or misread them, thinking she's just being friendly. But once you learn what to spot, once you understand how women hide desire when they fear rejection or exposure, you'll start to see everything the way she changes her tone just for you, the way she subtly competes for your attention, the way she becomes more feminine in your presence without ever saying why. And when you realize that her silence was never lack of interest, just masked to protect her heart, you'll start playing a whole new game, a game most men ever even knew existed. And the best part, once she realizes you saw her, truly saw her, without needing to be told that, when she starts falling because he's not just looking for a man to desire her, she's waiting for the man who can read her without her having to say a word. Let's break open the 12 subtle signs she's secretly into you, even if she's doing everything in her power to hide it. There's a reason why most men spend their lives confused about women. It's not because women are complicated, because women are careful, especially when it comes to desire. You see, when a woman is genuinely attracted to a man, when she starts to feel that magnetic pull, that electric sense of curiosity and emotional danger, she doesn't always express it directly. Why? Because attraction is vulnerability, and vulnerability is risk. Risk of rejection, risk of being misunderstood, risk of being labeled, judged, or seen as too valuable. So instead of saying, I want, she'll say something subtle. She'll make a comment with double meaning. She'll linger in conversations just a little longer than necessary. She'll position herself in your space without fully entering it. Most guys will chalk it up to friendliness. They'll shrug it off as coincidence, and that's the tragedy. They don't see the truth until it's too late. Until she gives up. Until she gives up. Until she finally assumes he's not that into me, in need to move on. But what if you knew better? What if you had the emotional intelligence to see what's behind their surface? What if you understood this subtle language women use when they're trying to protect their feelings, but still longing for you to notice? That's separates average men from high-value men. The average man looks for obvious signs. The stoic man reads between the lines. He doesn't need her to confess her feelings, because he already sees them in the way she moves, looks, speaks, and shifts when he enters. The power of masculine awareness. That's the power of masculine awareness of grounded presence, of emotional precision. Because when you can detect their interest before she admits it, when you can calmly, confidently recognize what she's trying to hide, that's when everything changes. You stop chasing, you stop doubting, you stop being confused by mixed signals. Instead, you become the one who orbits around the man who just gets it, the man who doesn't need to ask if she's interested, because her energy already answered. In this video, I'm going to give you 12 of the most subtle, hidden and psychologically revealing signs that a woman is secretly into you, even if she's doing everything she can to pretend. Otherwise, these are the cues she gives off when her heart is engaged but the mouth hasn't caught up, when her body is speaking but her logic is still fighting it, when she's silently screaming for you to see her but she's terrified. You might so, if you've ever had a gut feeling, if you've ever wondered, is she actually into me? If you've ever noticed something strange in her behavior but couldn't quite explain, this video will give you the clarity you've been searching for. Let's get into 12 signs, and by the end you'll never miss the truth again. She remembers things you barely noticed. You said it was just a passing comment. You said you loved a specific brand of coffee, or that rainy day to remind you of your childhood. You moved on, but she didn't, because that tiny detail didn't just land in her ears, it landed in her heart. And weeks later, when she brings it up, when she gifts you that coffee or quotes you word for word, that's not coincidence, that's obsession disguised as kindness. A woman who's secretly into you starts mentally calculating everything you share, not for manipulation, not to impress, but because of her subconscious is already investing in your story, in her world. You've already taken up residence, and every word you say becomes a thread she weaves into her private emotional tapestry too. She keeps running into you, but it's not chance. At first it seems random. She shows up at gym. When you're there, she starts changing out in places she never mentioned liking before. You think small world, but it's not. It's strategic vulnerability. She wants proximity, not pressure, and she craves your energy, not chore, attention. Yet so she constructs situations where being near you feels natural, not forced. Because if she waits for you to invite her into your orbit, she might wait forever. So instead, into it unspoken software hidden behind coincidence, but the message is loud. If you're paying attention, I want to be around you, I just don't know how to say it. 3. Her eye contact speaks louder than her words ever could. She'll hold your gaze for just a second too long, just long enough for electricity to flicker. Then she look away, not out of disinterest, but because she's short-circuiting inside. Her pupils dilate, her breathing shifts. You can feel the atmosphere between you thicken. It's not platonic. That eye contact is a conversation. Her emotions string to speak before her logic shuts them up. She doesn't want to look too ajar, but she also can't stop herself from checking if you're looking back, and when your eyes lock, it's not just vision, it's vibration. She feels seen, and in that moment she's asking without words, do you feel this too? For her laugh becomes a signal, not just a reaction. It's not just about your jokes, it's about how you make her feel. You could see something completely normal. I almost stripped this morning. And she laughed like it's stand-up comedy. Why? Because around you she feels lighter. Her emotional defenses drop, her nervous system relaxes and lights up at the same time. And that laughter, that's a feminine of nervous energy. She's laughing at how alive she feels when you're near them. If she doesn't admit it, her giggles are small explosions of attraction escaping through her smile. 5. Her body, she's talking to someone else, always finds a way to face yours. She's talking to someone else, but her feet, they're pointed toward you, her shoulders lying in your direction, even when she's its one part of her body is subtle in your way. That's not chance, that's instinct. We point ourselves at what we value, and in her case, her body has made a decision before her words have evened. When she's trying to play it cool, her physical alignment betrays her truth. She's not just near you, she's oriented toward you. That means one thing: you are the gravitational pull in her. Emotionally on of 6, she asks personal questions. Feel a bit too deep. Do you believe in soulmates? What scares you most in life? What kind of woman could actually like you? Pure mentions. Says it like it's light conversation, like she's just curious. But it's not casual, it's calculated. curiosity born from quiet longing. Because when a woman is secretly into you, she wants to peel back your surface, not just to see who we were, but to see if she could fit there. If your heart has a space she could one. They feel she's not just learning about you, she's imagining what might look like seven. She playfully you but monitors your every reaction. She calls you cocky, mocks your music, says you're probably trouble. It's sarcasm with a smile, but it's a test. She wants to see if you'll get insecure, if you'll fold, if you can dance a controlled around you. She stumbles over words, fixes her hair 3 times. Say something then instantly corrects fees, not acting weird. She's overwhelmed bus. Her attraction to Yaush circuits her normal behavior. You're Renat. Just another guy, you're the guy. Hope it's her nervous system. Into emotional averted awkwardness isn't a lack of confidence, it's her feelings trying to hide behind a broken poker face. 10 Sheplays hot and cold over text, but still watches everything you do. She does entreply for a day, then watches your stories. Second you post, then likes your tweet from last week. She's not buying flaky, she's being afraid Ulo's interest. If she's too availably afraid, she's more into you than you are to her. So she regulates the risk by staying present but not too close emotionally. She's dancing on the edge. Because her attraction is real, but her courage is still catching up. 11. She gets emotionally vulnerable, then retreats fast. One day she opens up, tells you something deep, something painful, something she doesn't usually share, but next day she's cold. She pulls back. Why? Because she's terrified, not of you but of what she revealed. She's worried. Said too much that she scared you, that she handed you emotional ammo we might use to hurt her, so she goes quiet to see if you'll follow, to see if you're safe, if you're the man who Makasha feel wanted, even after she shows you scars. 12th, her silence is heavier than words. Sometimes she's just quiet, not disinterested, not bored. Just intense. There's weight in the air. She wants to say something, but doesn't. She wants to reach for you, but hesitates. She does now. How to tell you what she feels without risking too much, so she says nothing. But her eyes linger, her energy latches on. And that silence, it's not of sense, it's overflow. She's not holding back. Because she doesn't feel anything, she's holding back. Because she feels too much. Now you know what seemed Lakutro coincidence was connection, what looked like politeness was protection, and every small signal she gave you was a heart whispering through the cracks of her own fare. Most men miss these signs. They rush the chase, they push her away by trying to force what was already slowly unfolding. But you're not most men. You're stoic. You observe, you move with purpose, not panic. You read energy, not just words, and that is exactly what women feel in the presence of a grounded man. So here's what you do next. Let her come closer, let her show more, and when she does, don't fumble the moment. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button, because that tells the algorithm's message mattered. Tap subscribe because I drop real truths about psychology, attraction, and masculine expression every single week, and hit that notification bell so you never miss these subtle signals that most men ignore. Women don't always use words, but if you learn to listen with your eyes and your silence, she say everything. This is stay grounded, stay wise, and as always, observe, more react.